Tony D with Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on three trailers for three projects I have next to nothing, next to no desire to ever see. The first is Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. I think it's based on a toy. Next up is All's Fair, which just looks brutal. It's a TV show, I think. And then the new boy starring Kate Blanchett, trying to get an Oscar nod, I think. Anyhow, smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I think this is based, Gabby's Dollhouse may be based on a toy line. I'm not sure. But the plot goes something like Gabby builds a dollhouse and the cats are alive, or the toys are alive, and then they fall out of a little trailer in San Francisco, and then evil Kristen Wiig finds the dollhouse at a yard sale and buys it because she's evil. And then the rest of the movie you could pretty much write. She's the greatest Gabby's Dollhouse collector, I guess. And then I don't know, the cats are all going to be killed or melted down or sold off to the corporate world, and the cats talk and the toys talk. Oh, and Gabby has a superpower. She can turn into one of the toys. How is that useful exactly? She shrinks down to the size of the toys and talks to them. It's weird. And then they have to go up against Kristen Wiig and her cat. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's a kid's movie. I guess this is a thing. Kristen Wiig. See, this is where it sucks to be an actor. You know, you got some bills, you got a really expensive house, you were an A-lister for a while, and now the only thing that comes down the pike is Gabby's Dollhouse, and you're like, well, I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pay some bills. So first act, I don't know, Gabby has a dollhouse she made, I guess, and it's full of talking little cats, little cat dolls, and she loves them, and she's going to San Francisco to enter some kind of contest, I guess. But they lose the dollhouse, and Kristen Wiig takes it. So now they're on a quest to get the dollhouse back. Kristen Wiig is evil, so she won't give him the dollhouse back. Or maybe she buys it from like a homeless person on the streets of San Francisco. They make San Francisco look nice in this movie. No surprise there. Oh, there it is in her car. And then, Kristen Wiig is really into cats and has a cat and looks like a cat, but she can't shrink down and play with the other cat toys like Gabby, I guess. Is this based on something? I assume it is. Then at the end, they get the dollhouse back, and Kristen Wiig goes, curses, foiled again. God, brutal. Who would watch this? I think you'd have to be like 4 and have these toys, and then maybe, even then you might go, you think I'd just play with the toys. Toys would have a better plot than this movie, I think. Next up is All's Fair. I think it's a TV show. But it looks like cram everything that women kind of like in TV shows and just put that. Like, no, it's just all drama. It's just nonstop drama. Everybody's a lawyer. Everybody's suing each other. Everybody's having sex with each other. I mean, oh my God. Everybody's wearing outfits. Everybody's famous, or they're dying of cancer or something. They're riding private jets and having sensual affairs with beautiful men, and there's beautiful women, and Kim Kardashian's in it, and Naomi Watts, and what's her face. And it's all women, and all the women do good, and all the men are just a-holes to be sued, I guess. Sarah Paulson, with Sarah Paulson. So Kim Kardashian, I was out the moment you said that, but I mean, judging by this show, forget it. Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash for some reason, Tiana Taylor. It's on Hulu, Disney Plus. So thank God I don't have either of those services. So it's like one of these lawyer shows, except it's all women. And even in the trailer, they said, "Oh, what if we start a law firm of women representing women?" Yeah, okay. Again, I point to that article a few years back where the woman started her own communications business and decided she'd hire only women, and it was a complete disaster because the women couldn't get along. So, yeah. But sure, I mean, it's TV. That's about fantasy, isn't it? And finally, there's The New Boy, which feels like Kate Blanchett's Give Me an Oscar movie, where she's a nun who takes in the new boy in Australia, and he's like some kind of Aboriginal Jesus. He can like make light and fire from his hands and do stuff, I guess. And tries to show him the Jesus, but he's got a better way, his native ways. I feel like that's the plot of the movie. And there's a lot of posturing in this movie. So it's like an orphanage. I don't know. It just looks like all it is Oscar it just screams, this is I want my Oscar, please. Give me Oscar. So first act, there's a boy living in the outback by himself. Dude captures him, takes him to the orphanage because he doesn't seem to have any family, and maybe he's starving out there, I don't know. So Kate Blanchett takes him in, tries to teach him about Jesus and put some clothes on him. But he has magical unearthly powers that I guess allow him to heal the sick or make fire or something. I don't quite know. And then I don't know, later they come after him for some reason, and Kate Blanchett protects him, and eventually he goes on to open his own orphanage. I can't really figure it out. Here's the write-up. When an Aboriginal child arrives in the dead of night at a remote monastery run by a renegade nun. Renegade. In the 1940s Australia, the new boy's presence disturbs a delicately balanced world in this story of tradition and the cost of survival. Okay, directed by Warwick Thornton. Not really getting it. Doesn't really come across in this trailer. So those are the three movies. Well, 2 movies and a TV show. What goes on the bottom? Well, they really all go on the bottom because I would never watch any of these, but definitely on the most bottom would be Gabby's Playhouse or Gabby's Dollhouse or whatever the hell it is. I'm not 5 and I don't want to watch these kinds of movies. And it looks god-awful, and Kristen Wiig looks... I mean, she's trying to do like, I'm an A-lister, I'm going to do a villain thing. A very close tie to third would be All's Fair. God, this looks awful. I might have to rate this the lowest. Yeah, I'm going to rate this one the lowest because Kim Kardashian's in it. She's not an actress in the way I perceive it. And it looks like everybody here is just showing up to collect a paycheck and some free wardrobe. Sarah Paulson is definitely too good of an actress to be in this, but she's lending her gravitas, I guess. This looks like something that was developed by a female, for females, etc., etc. So, I bet women don't watch it. What do you want to bet? Women don't watch it. I bet it's aimed at women. It's been made by women. It stars women. What do you want to bet? Women don't watch the damn thing. Yeah, put that on the bottom. Gabby's Playhouse will be second, or Dollhouse, whatever. And then, I mean, number 1 would be The New Boy. At least if I suffered through it, I could say I watched an Oscar contender. There's a tiny chance the drama might work, but man, I'm just not feeling it, man. But there are some good movies coming out, so don't let this completely discourage you from movies. I was in a discussion today online about movie theaters, and one dude was telling me he subscribes to a thing where he pays $20 a month and he goes to the movies, and he saw 35 movies, and I did the math, and that's a little under $7 a movie for a year, so that's not too bad. But I tell you, it would be tough for me to find 35 movies I would actually get up off my A and go see these days. So he's a more generous audience than me. I think most of the movies I like on these trailers, they don't get distribution. They go right to streaming, most of them. But these, yeah, I'm not going to see them. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll be back tomorrow with more videos. Thursday, I'm going to be at the Farmstead in Medford, New Jersey to do my talk on Legends of the Pines, and that's going to be about all the stuff outside the Jersey Devil and all the folklore. I got to brush up on my other folklore for that talk. And it's going to be interesting for me because it's going to be a completely new talk. And it's going to be like when I first started doing the Jersey Devil talk, which I've done so many times I've completely memorized it. But this one's going to be different because I have to try to stay off the Jersey Devil and do the other stuff. So it's going to be an interesting talk. Hopefully I can pull it off. So if you want to see me bomb, come on out. Possibly bomb. Possibly. The chances are low. The chances are very low. I want to make that clear. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you